Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconology and Temple Architecture Perspective. In the contest, we are going to visit a place called Gadag in Karnataka. In Gadag, there are a lot of temples of different historical and architectural importance. But more important than that, or equally important as that, is the big statue of Vishwaguru. Though it is recently erected, it is beautiful. It's important religiously and also because it depicts the life history of Vishwaguru. So let's get going to the place we are going to visit today, Gadag, and in that we are going to see the Vishwaguru Basaveshwar or Basavanna as they call him in Kannada, and we are going to know about his life history, what were the great things he did. He was a social reformer. He had a lot of activities which he has done which are loved by the people. Now, Basaveshwara statue is located at Gadag, that is the Karnataka state, and is about 415 kilometers from Bangalore, and it is dedicated to the memory of Basavanna or Vishwaguru Basaveshwara, who was in 12th century. So whatever guideline he has given, whatever way he has shown, we are following even today. Not only people of the Karnataka, but also people all over the world. And they are also having some unique features with them which we are going to see in this particular lecture. It is approximately 108 feet in tall, and it has got 14 steps to go up. There is a big base on which you can walk. You can take around a circumambulatory path and you can worship from all directions. The massive statue of Basaveshwara is visible from almost all part of Gadag town, and it is behind the Bhishma Lake. Now Bhishma Lake is also famous for water sports. You can go there, do some boating. Either you can have a pedal boat or you can have a motor boat. Then there is circumambulatory, or around it there is a museum. And the museum gives you a life cycle, a life story of Basaveshwara, who was a very strong spiritual leader of the people of North Karnataka. The life story is conveyed via a series of still depictions, and they all are concrete sculptures and painted background, and they looks really beautiful. They are like any of the religious book or any of the educational books. The sculptures are very lifelike. They are in the same proportion as that of the life, and you will really get understanding of the incidents really good because of these scenes. Now Basaveshwara, colloquially known as Basavanna, people because of love to him call as Basavanna. In 12th century he lived. He made social transformers. He was a devotee of Shiva, and his reformation of religious Lingayata has got dominance of Lord Shiva, and all these things that happened in 12th century, that is in Kalyani Chalukyas or Kalachuri dynasty. The Basa was active during the rule of both dynasties. Both dynasties is active, but reached the peak of his influence during the rules of the Bajala II in Karnataka. Then Basavanna spread his awareness through his poetry, popularly known as the Vicharas. Vicharas are the thoughts which were given by Basavaraja to the common people. He rejected genders or social discriminations. That was a big part of him. Then superstitions and rituals, but he introduced a special type of necklace which has got image of Shiva Linga, which is always carried by the people who love him, who are devotees of him, and who are proudly call themselves as the Lingayatas. So they carry Shiva Linga with them, and that reminds them of their spirituality, their duties and their mind setup all the time. Now this gives them a 24-hour reminders of the Shiva Bhakti or devotion to the Shiva. The chief minister of kingdom, being a chief minister of the kingdom, he introduced public institutions such as Anubhava. Anubhava is experience. Mandapa is the place or hall of spiritual experience which welcome men and women from all socio-economical background to discuss the spiritual, and many of the questions which they were facing, they were not getting answer anywhere, and that was asked openly to the Basavaraja. So that was the great part of him. He considered everything equally, all genders equally. Several workers of the Basavaraja include various vachanas, that is the thoughts, such as that is Sat Sthala Vicharana. Sat is a truth, Sthala is a place, and Vicharas are the thought, that is discourses of the 6 stages of salvation. Then Kala Janna Vichara, that is forecast of the future. Then Mantra Gopya, that is the mantras, and Gopyadas, that is the Ghatta Chakra Vichara, and Raja Yoga Vicharas. These were his thoughts. The Basava Purna, a Telugu biological epic poem, first written by the Pulakeshi. When we have seen the history of or the dynasties of the Chalukyas around Pattadakal, that time we have seen this. Pulakeshi, we have seen this. He was a Chalukya. Then in 13th century, and an update in 14th century by a Kannada version written by Bhima Kavi in 1369 are the sacred text in Veerashaiva Lingayatas. Other hagiographic works include 15th century Mala Basavaraja Chaitra, and in 17th century is the Vishabhadra Vajra, that is the Vishabhendra Vijaya, both in Kannada. So these were his literatures. As a leader, he developed and inspired a new devotional movement named Vaishnavism as ardent heroic worshippers of Shiva. So they were Vaishnavas, basically Shiva devotees, but in different ways. This movement shared his root in the ongoing Tamil Bhakti movement, particularly the Shiva Narayan traditions over the 7th to 11th century. So whatever was the earlier Shiva Narayan traditions were partially replaced by this. However, Basav championed devotional worship that rejected temple worship and rituals led by the Brahmins and replaced it with a personalized direct worship of the Shiva through the practice such as individually worn icon and symbols like a small Shivalinga that had always with them. This approach brought Shiva's presence to everyone and all at all times, not only particular time of the devotion. It was along with them without gender, class or the class discrimination. His Basava's poem such as Basavanna 703 speaks of strong sense of gender, equality and community bond, willing to wage wars for the right course, yet being a follower of the devotee, then right the time of his need. So that was a great education by him. Now this we can see in the statue of Basavanna. It is the world's tallest Basavanna statue, which is around 100 feet or 33 meters in height. You can see a platform also. Now there is a small platform around the statue so that people can walk over it. They can have all around, and below the statue is a circular chamber housing a small museum of the significant events of the Basavanna's life. The colorful scenes are depicted in the form of life-size statues and paintings. We are going to see them one after another. First, look at this. This is a time when Vishwaguru was born. You can see happiness everywhere. Here again we are seeing same childhood pictures. And those who can read Kannada, the description is written below. So this is a birth time or birth scenes of the Basavanna. Now this is his childhood. A typical Orthodox family he was born and brought up. So his education was accordingly. Now these are different scenes of his life. Now he is here seen at a Kudal Sangam where he started spreading his thoughts. This is his marriage ceremony. He was born and brought up as a typical Orthodox family, but then he revoluted and he formed a different school of thought where there was no role for gender or from any of the earlier religions. Everybody was considered same. He was taking food in anybody's home. He was giving justice to everybody. All were his disciples, no matter which religion, no matter poor or rich. He was advising them. He was elevating them ritually. He was giving them the way to live. He was helping people for a proper social life. These are all incidences of his life. They are formed in such a nice way. Now here, ultimately, he achieved all the sciences. He achieved the ultimate knowledge. He understood what was exactly a problem in the society, and he decided to equalize everybody. He decided to elevate all the people, and he decided people to give a way that you are always with the God. So all the Lingayat carry a Shivlinga with them. And here we are seeing a Basavanna at Kudal Sangam, that is a place near Bijpur. And he was depicting here the lifestyle, how they should opt, how they should get. And that's why he became a Vishwaguru, and we make his big statue. Now once we are going there, we will get a large pond or a water reservoir in which there are water sports, and also depicts of the Mahabharata epic war scenes that you will see while going on the roadside to it. They are beautiful carved, a lifestyle, and you will see them in. These are the from war of Mahabharata. Opposite each other they are standing, and Bhagavan Sri Krishna is doing Sarasthya, that is the Sarathi, the one who manages or drives the chariot, controls the horses, is called Sarathi. So that was with the Lord Sri Krishna when Pandavas were fighting with Kauravas. Now this memorial has a neat little garden around it. Besides the statue, the outer attraction of the Bhishmakara is boating. So that is the lake in which you can do boating. You can either do pedal boat or you can have a motorboat there. With that, we are coming to end of this small presentation. I am thankful for giving me valuable time. I hope I have given you certain knowledge about the Vishwaguru Basaveshwar. I take your leave here. Thank you. Goodbye, and we'll meet in next video. This is Dr. Anil Joshi logging off till we meet next time.